Hello and welcome. This educational information is presented by Ursula Wachowiak, founder and owner of The Right Hand LLC. Our network of virtual assistants specialize in helping household entrepreneurs, authors, and small to medium businesses in eliminating a little or a lot of administrative tasks so you can give more focus to your most critical goals and visions. How to manage time with 10 tips that work. Whether in a corporate office, home office, or just your basic daily life, managing time wisely will increase productivity and improve your work-life balance. There are many techniques for time management, but I have found that using a combination of techniques that's most unique to the way I operate is the best solution. Of course, we must all be disciplined when trying to implement a time management strategy. Let's look at some tips that can help you form a plan for improved time management that's unique to you. Here's a pretty powerful statement that'll get you in the mood for understanding time management. There are only 3 ways to spend time: thoughts, conversations, and actions. Regardless of the type of business you own, your work and life will be composed of these 3 things. Before trying to form a plan for your own time management, first you need to understand where you're losing time. We suggest that you carry and complete a schedule for a week. Record all your conversations, activities, and thought time. Review this at the end of the week and be diligent to keep it up for the week. Once you analyze, you'll see where you're spending the most unproductive time. Now, let's get to the actions that will help form a unique plan for you. To begin your time management strategy, we suggest that you create a schedule of your ideal day, being as detailed as possible, and including time for emails, phone calls, face-to-face, social media, thinking, and make sure you include family and personal time, and include life necessities that may take a little more than 5 minutes. You'll see here in my sample of my ideal day that I have included a great amount of detail. Some things that you would think to yourself, well, why do you need to schedule that? You have to eat. Well, by having a plan of attack and allocating my time wisely, not only does it remind me of the things I need to do, but it also reminds me not to waste time frivolously. Plan 50% of your time engaged in thoughts, actions, and conversations that produce most of your results. Once you get very practiced at this, you'll find that you are spending more and more time in productive tasks than you are unproductive tasks. Wouldn't an ideal day be wonderful? Well, we all know that things happen to rearrange our schedules. So make sure you document any rearrangements and record interruptions. Include drive time for appointments. Add 5 minutes before and after all meetings to use for final preparations and to ensure you're not tardy. Afterwards, you can recap and gather your future thoughts. Include interruptions like your best friend calling. But always keep your original schedule. When you include interruptions, you'll be able to go back and see exactly what transpired and how you may be able to discipline yourself to eliminate those interruptions. You'll see here in this sample of my rearranged schedule that I have left my original entries but added new tasks that need to be accomplished. A webinar I attended, some time for packing my clothes and peripherals for a trip I'm taking, so on and so forth. Always make sure that you allocate your personal time as well. Some of the most important time of your day is the time you use to schedule your scheduled time. Begin each day by reviewing your schedule. I do this just after I've woken up, taken a shower where I may have some thoughts, and then check my emails, voicemails, social medias, and I adjust my schedule as needed. Plan to check your communications 2 to 3 times a day. Save yourself from unproductive distractions and train others that you don't just jump on command. Take 5. I really think this one is important. Whether in person, by phone, or by video conference, take 5 minutes before and after all your meetings. Beforehand, you'll be able to avoid being tardy. You can write down questions and ideas. You can write down your desired goals and what you think should be the next steps. After the meeting, you can recap for reinforcement, write down future questions and ideas, determine if the goals were met for the meeting, And again, create the next steps. Unless it's critical in your business to provide immediate human response, avoid unscheduled interruptions. Don't answer the phone just because it rings. Don't answer email just because it pops up. Disconnect instant messengers and avoid social media. Plan time for these things in your schedule and you will train yourself and others. Now here's a very vital piece of your strategy, but it can sometimes be a challenge to discipline yourself and others. Use a do not disturb strategy when critical tasks must be accomplished. In a corporate office, share this strategy with your colleagues and ask for their cooperation. Let them know you find this to be a very valuable strategy for time management. In a home office, have a designated space just for your work area. Train your partner and children that emergencies only warrant interruption. If you have children, get a sitter. Trying to work from home with preschool children can strain your parental relationship and deteriorate your work performance. Avoid juggling and you will find your time for each to be far more enjoyable. Make sure that you schedule time for your family, yourself, and your work. For family time, enjoy date nights, visiting with family, or vacation time. For yourself, include hobbies, relaxation technique, and time with friends. For work, as we've discussed, include your actions, education, and networking. Remember, it's impossible to get everything done, so choose priorities carefully. Also remember, odds are good, 20% of your thoughts, conversations, and activities produce 80% of your results. Let's recap a little before we send you off to enjoy your newfound work-life balance. To start with, keep a 1-week schedule. Create your ideal schedule and plan 50% of your time for productivity. Rearrange your schedule as needed and schedule your schedule. Take 5 minutes before and after meetings for planning and future thinking. Avoid distractions and try your utmost to stick to your schedule. Implement a do not disturb strategy when important tasks must be completed. Take time for yourself and your family. Always remember and choose your priorities wisely. I want to take a quick moment to give thanks to Joe Matthews, Don Diebold, and Deb Percival for crafting a truly useful article that ties together the main strengths for a successful time management plan. You can find the full article in my blog on my website or in their original publication through entrepreneur.com. On behalf of myself and my network of virtual assistants at the Right Hand LLC, thank you so much for your time. I hope this educational information has been of service to you, and should you ever need our help in eliminating a little or a lot of administrative tasks in your personal or business life, please call upon us and we can build a plan together.